So when we talk about the 10, that means on every 10th of the month, we're going to do a client giveaway. Now, if you're dead broke, I'm going to talk about how to do the giveaway. If you are just rolling in the dough, we're going to talk about how to do the giveaway. But the giveaway on the 10th of the month is a way to get people into your universe that maybe wouldn't have otherwise been in your universe. It gives you something to talk about on social media every single month. So for those of us that are like, I don't know what to put on social, give something away. People love free stuff. They're never going to be like, I wish you were giving me less stuff for free, right? So that 10th of the month becomes very important. Now, when we're doing the giveaway, we're going to talk about the checklist here in a moment. People get stuck on the giveaway of being not understanding that it can be something as small as a $25 Starbucks gift card, or it could be as much as there's teams out there that I know right now that are doing $10,000 a month giveaways. They're giving away a check for 10 grand every month. You could imagine how many people are calling in to register for it. Okay. So it can be anywhere in that realm. We like to use items that people can have that stick around, that remind them that we won it or that they won with us, the giveaway. So we've done vacuum cleaners, we've done AirPods, we've done bake mixers, we've done Yeti coolers. We'll talk about some of these ideas that you can do, but it could also be as small as something $10, $25, $30 in cost. If you still don't have the $35 or the $25 for a Visa gift card, partner with a lender and ask them to partner on your giveaway and have them pay for it, right? And say, look, hey, Susie Swanson lender, hey, I'm doing this awesome giveaway. I'd really like to partner with you. If you sponsored it and I talk about you during the giveaway, would you be willing to do $100 XYZ to set at such and such steakhouse? I'll talk about some things that I've experienced that work and don't work on the giveaway as we move forward, but don't let the item slow you down. People keep getting in their heads that, I don't want this to get in your head. I have clients that get in their head that the item is so important. It's not. It's just the activity of exposing your clients to the fact that you're giving something away. And if they call in during this set time, which we're going to give you the whole rundown here, that there's a benefit for you being able to stay. It's what we call a reverse bold 100. And a bold 100 in our universe is you make 100 contacts in one day. Okay. What we're trying to do is instead of you making the outbound, you're setting a trap. Don't get, it's a cute trap, but you're putting a little piece of cheese there on that little mouse trap, and you're trying to get people to come and get that cheese. And when they get that cheese, they're calling you, and you're going to build relationships with them instead of you having to call everybody outbound. It's really kind of the basis of it, right? So if we look at the checklist for what you're wanting to accomplish here, right, the first thing we need to do is pick the prize, right? So what we have found and what I was talking about before is whether it's gift certificates, whether it's these types of things, the prizes that we have seen work best are items of value that can stick around in their home or that they can use. I don't necessarily prefer gift cards because somebody gives me a gift card, I use it, and I don't ever see it again, and I don't remember who gave me that gift card. So a cooler, you could do the little Yetis, right? Hey, we're giving away a 2-pack of the little, Yeti handhelds. People love that stuff, all right? Make sure you're active on your social, especially in your stories. So Anna, what do you, take them through a little bit of what we mean when we're talking about that stuff.
Yeah, so part of this giveaway, and as Brendan mentioned, him and his team have been doing it for a couple of years. And as you guys know, if you're on social media, the algorithm changes. How people consume their social media content changes. And the priority of how people are consuming their content is through the stories on the top of Facebook, on the top of Instagram. So instead of doing the post, because there's just massive volume happening in the actual feed where you would post a graphic or a picture, the stories allows it to kind of remain in two places, and it prioritizes how the consumer is consuming content across the board. So if you're not leveraging stories, this is a really great opportunity to dive in, especially with the giveaway.
Yeah, thank you, Anna. Well said. Yeah. And if you're not a graphic designer like myself, right, and you don't have the ability to make these pretty, graphics and any of that fun stuff, in lieu of that, just do quick, easy videos of either the item or you holding the item. Even if you don't feel comfortable in front of the camera, you can be like, giveaway, hold your hand out with whatever it is, do a quick video of the item and use that as your promotional marketing. You don't have to make this elaborate marketing material. But of course, as you get over time, it helps and it makes it look better. Then 1 week before schedule, email blast to go out at 8 a.m. the day of the giveaway. So here's the real pro tip from today is everything comes down to the day of the giveaway. Now, I've had clients that have done this and they're like, well, I did the marketing, I did all the posts, and I only had 3 people call in for the giveaway. I said, what did you do the day of the giveaway? Well, nothing. We told everybody on Monday that it was on Wednesday at noon for them to call in. Could you imagine remembering something that you saw on Facebook Monday afternoon telling you to do something Wednesday at 12? That's never going to happen. You're never going to remember it in the slew of all the stuff that we have going on in our daily, weekly lives. So what we have to have is on that day of, you have an email blast to go out to your database. So if you're using, Top Producer, Real Geeks, Boomtown, Command, whatever you're into, or your company's CRM, there should be a blast email function where you can blast out to everyone, hey, don't forget giveaway this morning at 8 a.m. It's going to be awesome. Blah, 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 giving away a XYZ. All you have to do is call in from the hours of 12 to 6 to register to win. That's it. Okay. So the day of is important. Then the second piece also, well, there's a couple pieces on the day of, is, go back to the slide here, is that was 1 week before, to schedule the blast. So 1 week before, you're going to schedule the blast to go out so you don't forget to do it the day of. And then the day of, it's going to go out. Then 1 day before, you're going to post the teaser story telling everyone about the giveaway. So in your Instagram, on your Facebook, hey, don't forget giveaway tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see who's going to win. And then use a countdown image that allows them to set a timer for when it's time to call in. So if you don't know what a countdown timer is, if you're not used to doing this on Instagram stories, it's just once you go to post the photo, there's a lot of options you can do. And one of them is adding a timer that starts clicking down between now and the time of the giveaway, right? So we're just trying to cause excitement. We're trying to cause energy around this post to be able to happen, all right? So then the day of, right, you scheduled your email a week ago, you put the clock down or the countdown clock to happen. The day of, that email is going to go out at 8 a.m. because you've already got it scheduled. Then the biggest one that we found the response on is the text and the call. So text and call people and say, hey, this is, Brendan with XYZ. Hey, I hope you're doing well. What's up? Yeah, hey, I don't know if you guys saw the post, but we're doing this awesome giveaway and I'd love for you to win. Last time we only had about 7 people call in, so you have a 1 in 7 chance of winning. Don't act like you're trying to make this sound like a big giveaway. People don't call into giveaways because they're running the odds. It's actually better for them if you tell them that there's less people calling in because they're going to be a lot more excited to do this. Okay. All right. So you want to be like, hey, I only had 7 people call in last time, which was awesome. So you got a 1 in 7 chance of winning this Yeti cooler or this gift card if you're going to do a gift card, or these 2 little Yeti tumblers, right? You guys love Yeti tumblers. Everybody uses them. Awesome. Whatever it might be. Post social media boost for $20 for 1 day. So you can obviously boost the post, or you can boo the post, either way you want. You can boo or boost it. Then continuously post stories throughout the day, reminding people of the giveaway prize. So then it's just, you're going to do a 6-hour period. So the best way to break down this giveaway is it looks like this when it runs in full time. So you're going to do all of this social media activity, making it exciting. And you're going, but Brendan, when do I have time to do that with all my real estate and everything else? Give me a break. I know what your schedules are like. You have plenty of time to do these posts. You just have to make sure it's in your calendar. Okay. So you calendar these things, and that's why we use the 10th of the month. Now, Brendan, what if the 10th falls on a Sunday or a Saturday? You don't want to do a giveaway on a Saturday or Sunday. We've discovered that it doesn't make a lot of sense. So if on that month, Saturday or Sunday falls on the 10th, then move it to that Monday or Tuesday and do your giveaway on the 11th or 12th. The 10th is just to make you remember to do it. Don't hold it to like every 10th of the month, I've got to do it no matter what. Do it on a Monday or Tuesday, preferably. We have found that Wednesdays are the best. So if the 10th is a Monday, we might even wait till the 13th on a Wednesday to do it, but we're prepped and ready for it, knowing that it's basically that second week in the month that we're going to be doing the giveaway. The 10 is just to remind you, okay? Then after you've selected your item, the day of, you're going to do all the marketing to get people to call in. The giveaway happens from 12 to 6 on the giveaway day, all right? It's very important that you have set hours. Now, yours doesn't have to be 6 hours. You could do 2-hour call in if you think that you're only going to have 20 to 30 people call in. You could do 4 hours. You could do 6 hours. I wouldn't go much past 6 because you need to be able to block that time and man the phone during that time. Now, if you have a team, we have people do shifts. So they take 2-hour shifts to cover the phones during that time to be ready to take the inbound calls. And they start coming in. Here's the other thing. People are going to call in before 12 because most of your friends on social are not that smart and they can't read. So they're going to call in anyway, even though it's not between 12 and 6. And they're like, yo, what's up, bro? I'm calling in for the giveaway, man. I really want those AirPods, homie. Like, what's up? Hook me up. And it's like 10:30 in the morning. That's fine. Go ahead and register them. Don't make them call back and be like, yo, you messed up. Call back at 12, sucker. That's not the point of this. They're still going to register them, and we're going to give you all the scripts and what to say, and then we're going to tie all this into how to pull referrals out of it here in just a second, okay? So get comfortable with your time and make sure that you completely understand the responsibility of it. The other thing is people keep telling me that they're uncomfortable giving out their phone number to the world. I don't know how you're in real estate if your phone number is not public to the world. Yeah, are you going to have some weirdos calling for the giveaway? Sure you are. Weirdos buy houses. I don't know what else to tell you. You need to have people calling in. Weirdos are just as good as anyone else. Go to a meetup group. You'll know the whole world is weirdos. So don't worry about that. You want people to call in. If you don't feel comfortable with that, then use your office line and have a dedicated voicemail to that line, and you can do it that way. I still would rather have people have my number because after they call in, if I'm a single agent, I'm texting them back and thanking them and letting them know that they're registered for the giveaway, right? Just an extra touch there. So now the giveaway is happening. People are calling in. You're going to have a spreadsheet open, which we're also going to show you here in a second. You're going to have a spreadsheet open, an Excel spreadsheet for people when they call in. And there's several pieces of information we need to get for the giveaway. And we're going to show you that here in a second. So you're logging them. If you're on the phone with someone and someone calls in for the giveaway and goes to your voicemail, call them back. You still need to talk to them, otherwise they are not registered. If they call and just be like, yo, I'm calling for this, it's your boy, Brendan, hey, I can't register you, I have to talk to you on the phone. If you call them back and you don't answer, say, hey, just to register you, I need a few more pieces of information to register you, just give me a call back and we'll try to connect. And it might take you a little while to get them back on the phone, but you need to speak to them. Questions I get all the time. Can people text register? No. Can people register through my Instagram? No. We can't sell houses if we don't speak to people. Okay? We need to talk to them on the phone. So don't try to twist this any other way, because all of us are trying to figure out a way of going, how can I sell houses without having to speak to somebody on the phone? That's not what this is for. This is to make you talk to people. That's the whole point, is to have conversation. Cool? So now your spreadsheet's open, you're going through all of this. At the same time, you can post stuff and do more exciting stuff during the giveaway, and they're all going to register. All right. So now as we get through that day, we'll talk about it here, right? So as you are determining the budget for the giveaway, we'll talk about that here in a second. Let me go back to the script. So now they're calling, right? When they're calling on this script, this is the script we use. We'll send it out to all of you, or Anna, how should they get this? Or should they go to the Facebook group? Is that easier?
Yeah, so I'll post it in the Facebook group, but this script, along with 75 others, are in the script book at brendanbardick.com. I'll go ahead and pop a link in the chat box so you guys can go grab it.
Perfect. And why don't you stay off mute so we'll just role play through this. So somebody calls in the giveaway. Here's what it sounds like. So hi, Anna. Thanks for calling the Bardick group. This is Brendan. How can I help you?
Yeah, so I was just calling. I saw that you guys are giving away the AirPods today, and I wanted to see how I could get in on it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're calling for the AirPods. That's awesome. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Yeah, this is Anna.
Oh, hey, Anna. So, Anna, how'd you happen to hear about the giveaway?
So I'm friends with Grant. He's an agent on your team.
Oh, Grant Thompson. Yeah, he's the number one agent on our team. We love Grant. That's awesome. Well, Anna, if you win, what's the best email for us to notify you and your phone number?
Yeah, it's going to be anna@gmail.com.
Okay, and what's the best phone number?
Yeah, 123-456-789.
Okay, perfect. And Anna, in addition to that, we're doing a second exclusive giveaway for a $100 Visa gift card that we'd love to get you in on. Who do you know from either work or church or anyone that you might know that we could help buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate?
I can't think of anyone right now, but if I think of someone, can I call you back?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. No worries. Well, and Anna, you can definitely call us back until 6 p.m. So yeah, go back to the office. If you're at the office, go back and figure out, call anybody on social. If you know of anyone looking right now, give me a ring back. We'll get you hooked up on that secondary giveaway. And yeah, Anna, we have you all set. Just so you know, we'll have a live Facebook drawing to announce the winner on April 17th at 12 o'clock. So please tune into that, like our page. We give us something away every single 10th of the month. And thanks for calling in today.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Brendan.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
So that's a very basic variation of the script. I'm going to give you a secondary variation of the script that you can do here. So after you get and your phone number, great. Well, now that I have you registered, Anna, can I ask you a quick question? Do you currently own a home?
Yes, I do.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Well, as you know right now, Anna, the market is insane right now. Where do you currently live? What part of town?
Yeah, so I live just kind of in the North Park Hill area.
Okay, North Park Hill. Oh my God. Well, we have a list of buyers looking to move into North Park Hill that are looking to pay over asking price and a lot of times cash. So Anna, just so we always have our finger on the pulse of the market, if you were to move, where would you go next?
Yeah, I've been really looking into that. It would probably be south, maybe Littleton to Castle Rock area.
Oh, south. Okay, Littleton and Castle Rock. What's the reason for Castle Rock?
We just have a lot of family in that area, and the closer the better.
Well, that's exciting. Okay. So Anna, if there was a world where it was the perfect situation, we were able to get you the number that you needed to move and able to find your replacement home in Castle Rock, would there be some interest in doing that here in the next 30, 60 days?
We'd probably be looking at 6 months, but I would love to stay in touch with you on those details because things are moving fast, as you said.
Absolutely. All right. Well, allow me to do this then. Why don't we go ahead and start with the first part of that process is why don't I do a comparative market analysis for your current home? What's the current address of the property you live at now?
Yeah, it's 123 Adams Street.
Excellent. And do you want me to send that to you via email or would you like me to put that in the mail?
Yeah, no, email would be great.
Okay, perfect. So I'll send that to your email. And then, Anna, what I do for a lot of my clients is I offer a complimentary session for me to come over and prep your property, what I call to make sure that you get the maximum net. So I could come over, take a look at everything, no obligation. If you're talking about 6 months, point out some things that you may want to do to the property to maximize the return on investment. I've actually got ability to come over today at 4, but tomorrow at 2 be better for you.
Yeah, let's go for tomorrow at 2.
Okay, perfect. Well, Anna, I'm excited. I'll be there tomorrow at 2. Should only take about 15 to 20 minutes. And in fact, since I'm coming there anyway, I'll go ahead and just bring over a hard copy of that CMA as well. And do you currently own the property by yourself or is there anybody else on title?
Yeah, my husband's on title.
Oh, okay, cool. What's his name?
Yeah, his name is Chris.
Chris. Okay, excellent. And do you think Chris would be available tomorrow at 2 as well?
Yeah, let me double check his schedule, but he should be available.
Okay, excellent. Well, Anna, I'm excited. I'll be there tomorrow at 2, and we'll get started on this process to make sure that you get to Castle Rock and get what you want.
All right. Thanks so much, Brendan.
So that is a much different variation of really going after setting the referral and setting the appointment, right? But you can see it's just conversational. It's conversational. So your check downs, and we always talk about check downs when we're in scripting, is if you feel that that was too pushy, then don't go pushy, right? Just go, hey, cool. I was just wanting you to call in, see if or register you for the giveaway. And if you know of anybody, then we're going to hook you up on this other giveaway. That's one step. I like to get a status on everyone in my database. I feel as professional real estate agents, we should know where they're going, when they're going, and if they're going. And I want to make sure I'm there to facilitate that. But you have to be in relationships with your clients to be able to have that type of conversation. Or, for example, on our team, if that was Grant's client, I obviously wouldn't have poached my boy Grant's seller, right? I would have been like, oh my gosh, well, you're working with Grant, excellent. And Grant was just telling me that we have so many buyers right now. Have you talked to Grant about if you were to move and where were you going to go next and all that? I'll set the appointment for anyone anytime, right? Like just give him the opportunity to have the conversation. I know we have some ISAs on here. If you're an ISA and you're doing this giveaway conversation, it's always my business partner. So if they said, hey, I just saw your post on Facebook, I don't know any of you. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so glad I had the chance to talk to you. My name is XYZ, blah, 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 blah. So while I got you on the phone, my business partner was just talking to me about how many cash offers we have over asking price right now. So he asked me to, or I was just curious, trying to get an update on everybody's status. If you were to move, where would you go next? And it transfers the same exact way. It's always business partner, my top agent on my team, whatever that conversation. So any questions on that before we move forward on what to say and how to say it? Good. You guys are all super smooth at that. Sweet. All right. That makes it easier. All right, cool. So setting up your Excel spreadsheet. This is not rocket science. You want first name, last name, email, phone number, how they hear about you, and did they give you a referral? Because also when we look at this, as you see in the bottom example below, if they give you a referral, then we're going to go into a whole nother follow-up process with them to thank them, send them a referral gift. We always send a gift, whether the referral works out or not, immediately, plus registering them for the $100 Visa giveaway gift card if you're going to be offering some other secondary giveaway. You don't have to offer a secondary giveaway. You can just ask for the referral. Just say, hey, well, I've got you on the phone. We have so many buyers right now for the entire area. Do you happen to know of anyone that might be looking to sell right now that we could be in touch with? You could also just easily do it like that. All right. Okay. So post giveaway checklist. One day after, put all captured leads into your database. You would think that this would be common sense, but you would be surprised how this was a major issue for us for several months because we assumed the agents were doing this. So now we log the one master Excel spreadsheet on Google Docs. We go back in, and if the referral was, as we said, our buddy Grant, if Grant got that referral, I go back in, and if that person's not registered into the system, I'm calling Grant being like, you just got a person that said that they were interested in buying or selling. Why are they not in your database? My dog ate my homework. I didn't feel good. I'm tired, whatever excuse comes up, right? We're human beings. Make sure you get them into the system. If they don't exist in the database, you can't do anything with them to move forward, all right? Call all the clients who participated the next day and thank them for calling in and remind them to tune in again next time. So there's another touch there. Hey, thanks for calling in. I really appreciate it. I really hope you win. Hopefully you can check out the live drawing. It's going to be this Friday at XYZ time. Then we're going to add them to our drip campaign. So our drip campaign is just going to be a nurture campaign that we've created in our database that creates, so let's just say that I happen to know their address because I got it, they gave me their home address during my conversation, then great. I'm going to put them on a market report. I'm going to put a digital market report. I'm going to put them on active competition that's in their neighborhood, either $100,000 up or $100,000 down based upon what I estimate their home value to be. So they're getting properties on a monthly basis, because what we know statistically is that people receive properties on a monthly basis in their neighborhood and they see that their neighbor just listed for $700,000, and they couldn't believe it, the fact that their house they only thought was worth 650, they're going to call you and say, 123 Elm Street just listed at 700. Do you think I can actually get 700 for my house? All we're trying to do is initiate that moment where they have to think about it. All right. And then 2 days after, post giveaway winner announcement video and story and add to highlight reel. You don't want to go further out than really 2 days, because if you go too far out, then people forget about it, and then it loses its kind of its steam. You have a question, Anna?
Yeah, there's a couple here. So number one, do you guys just rinse and repeat the same giveaway items?
No, every time it's different. Yeah.
I mean, like in a year, like let's say year one, you had 12.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Once we found something that works, like the Yeti cooler, I think is one of our number one, like the white Yeti cooler. That was massive. Obviously, we're here in Colorado. I know we have people from all over, but Yeti cooler was a big one for us here. We've done the Dyson vacuum cleaner. I think we do it every spring, and we tie it to like spring cleaning. You know, when this Dyson vacuum, you know, I think it's $300 vacuum cleaner or whatever it is. So yeah, there's certain things that we've themed throughout the year that we know work, so we continue to use them. And a lot of times it'll be the kitchen. We've done what's the little robot that vacuums?
Oh, the Roomba.
Roomba. We've done the Roomba, right? We've done things like that. Again, I want something in their home that when they grab it, they go, I won that. Think about right now. Think about this in your minds. How many times have you won something in your lifetime besides a dollar scratch ticket? Not very often, unless you're some weirdo that goes to a lot of raffles and is winning all kind of stuff. I don't know. We play a lot of bingo maybe. But most of us don't win prizes very often. And it's a huge deal. It's a very big deal to a lot of people. Doesn't matter. They'll remember that forever, right? What else, Anna?
Yeah. And then the other one, just give some average stats. On average, how many calls are you receiving? How many referrals are you receiving on average? Like, what's the return on investment on this?
Yep. So again, a lot of this is going to depend on a couple of factors: the size of your database, the ability for you to make calls and actually work it, right? Make the calls in text and do the process. If you do very little, you'll get very little people to call in. And then the other piece is that it'll build momentum. Your first one is going to be the worst. I can just tell you that, because people are new. They don't really get what you're doing. You probably didn't do the steps correctly. You're fumbling through it. So usually ours at this point, we're averaging about 100 call-ins, 100 to 150 people calling in per session. Then that's usually converting into 7 to 15 referrals of people that want to buy or sell real estate for us. And just the call-in people and the people registering, you got to get out of your head. Let me be very clear on this. Stop thinking I'm doing this to get leads. You're like, wait, what the hell? What do you mean? Stop doing this to get leads. That's not the point. That's a nice extra bonus of this. This is to have a non-threatening way to talk to your clients and stay in front of them. So if you're spending $200 on postcards a month or whatever, or your boomerang, email for a blooming onion that you sent to them that they don't care about, that's not the point. The point of this is to stay in front of them and say, hey, remember your local friendly realtor? I'm here and I'm not asking you for business, kind of, right? You're just kind of staying in front of them. People get really disappointed the first time they do it and they go, I didn't get any referral that turned into a deal. Well, guys, if every time you gave away a $300 vacuum cleaner, you got a sale, do you think I would just give away 1,000 vacuum cleaners a week? Of course I would. That's not how this works. This is to have a point of contact for your clients. It's a great question. So I hope I'm making that clear. Go into this with that expectation and you'll love it. If you go into this going, so if I do this, then I should get at least 3 referrals, right? No. Some months you might have 1, sometimes you might have 20, sometimes you might have 0. Doesn't matter. What you're trying to do is stay in front of them and have a status, get a status on every person in your database and get more new people into your database.